Deputy Director of the Unemployment Insurance Agency. For weeks now, our team has been fast at work updating our systems and making sure everything is. Good evening. I am Kimberly Berry, Deputy Director of the Unemployment Insurance Agency. For weeks, our team have been working fast at updating our system and adding more staff to assist you during this challenging pandemic. We realize this is of little comfort to thousands of you who have been anxiously awaiting a response to your questions. So I wanted to take some time to respond directly to our customers to make sure they were aware of what we were doing to assist them. So we have received some questions, and I want to answer them based on the questions that we've received to our comms team. So I'll stay on for about a half an hour. My apologies for being late due to technical difficulties, so I really appreciate your patience. So let's dive into some questions that were submitted and try and get you as many answers as possible in the next half an hour. So the first question I received was, what does an additional claim required mean? An additional claim required means that you need to file a new claim. So for some odd reason, your benefit ended, you may need to update your application. So just go ahead and reapply for benefits. There should be a link for you there that says to file a new claim and an additional claim. The next question I have is, a person that keeps seeing file a new claim, is there anything that they should do because they've already filed their claim, and do they need to file an additional claim? So currently there is nothing they need to do. If they filed a claim and they were approved for benefits, just continue to file your certifications, which is registering with Marvin or online to say that you've received those payments, so to continue receiving your payments. If by chance a claim was denied, you can go ahead and file your PUA application, and please do not do anything else because we don't want to back up the system by continuing to file additional claims. So file your PUA that one time. We're waiting to process them shortly, momentarily, so don't do anything else. You're all set. Another question is, what should I do if my weeks say ineligible? If your weeks say ineligible, there is a tab for go to determinations and status. And once you click there, you will have a button that says you can file a protest. So a protest just means you disagree with the decision that was previously made for your determination. So when you file a protest, then we'll process that, and hopefully you'll be able to get a redetermination that explains to you whether you're approved or not at that moment. Another question we get is, how long do employers have to respond? It has been 6 weeks and my account hasn't been updated. So employers have 10 days from the initial date of when you filed your claim to respond. They have 30 days to protest or appeal. We have staff that will be looking at these specific issues because we do have a few claims like this where they're hung up and have not received payment yet, so our staff is aggressively looking at that. The next question we have is, let me see. Why aren't the staff working 24 hours a day? We are working to increase our staffing levels. We've done things to increase our ability to have a lot of people on the phone at one time. So once we continue to increase our staffing levels, we should be able to get to more calls and get to more chats. So we are working on that through our staffing, additional staff. Let's see the next question. My MyWham account is stuck on your claim is in the processing status. You cannot see the status of your claim or anything. There's a task bar, but you cannot access it. What do I do to access my account? In that instance, you probably have filed a pandemic unemployment assistance application, and that application has not been processed yet. As soon as that application is processed, it will be you will be able to see more things through your account, but it has to be processed first. The next question: why do past employers? Yes. Why do past employers matter when I laid on a completely different job due to COVID? Your past employers, when we are filing a claim for unemployment benefits, we look at your past 18 months employers. And so all employers for the past 18 months are incorporated in your claim for unemployment. So once we pull those employers in, as long as you've had a separation due to no fault of your own, that will be considered into us determining what your benefits amount will be. The next question is, let's see, what does a reverse payment mean? A reverse payment means that your bank account information is correct. Unfortunately, we can't leave that payment out there. So the payment is reversed back to the agency. And once we receive that payment back, we wait for the claimant to update their account. Once that account is updated, it's automatically resent back to the new account. So a reverse payment means that you need to check your banking information because it may be outdated. So make sure you update it as often as you need to make sure that payment stays on your account. But it will be returned back to you. So the next question is, I still cannot access code to verify my identity, so I still cannot file my claim. What's the trick to getting through to someone? So the best way to avoid this is to, one of our issues we have is people are not properly identifying themselves. So they may enter the wrong birth date, they may enter the wrong driver's license, they may even enter no, they don't have a driver's license. So make sure you're entering the proper information. And if by chance your account is locked out, you can send an email to UIA-MIWAM, MIWAM, issues with an S, at Michigan.gov. Again, that's a dash MIWAM, MIWAM, issues at Michigan.gov. And someone will be able to assist you from that email account. And they will contact you with your password. Okay. So the next question is, why are you still telling us to submit documents via mail or fax? Is someone actually reading these documents? The answer to that question is yes. We still have staff that are processing documents via fax or mail. But for faster service, you may want to upload your document straight to your MyWim account. That is that feature, and it's available to do that as well. The next question is, why does representation issues close on our determination page mean? The misrepresentation issue closed on the determination page means that once you file for unemployment, we have to make sure that you've been separated through no fault of your own. And in order to accomplish, we make sure that your that was stated matches the reason that the employer states. So there, if any able to monitor to have the right amount of information there to issue a determination. Again, if by chance that determination is adverse or not in your, you can go ahead and ask for a protest on your account. And once you protest that, we get those the information from the employer and the information from you to issue another determination. Let's see. Next question is, I applied and was rejected for not having enough quarters earned. I sent in check stubs to prove I had enough quarters and still no progress in my protest. What else can I do? The other thing you can do is continue to certify as scheduled, and the agency will process the information that you have provided and issue monetary determination. The next question is, I certify and it says that I'm not registered with Michigan Works. Why are there still work-related questions on some people's certification and not on others? Will this get sorted out? The requirement for registering for work was waived effective March 15th. And we're working on making sure that we can take those issues out of our system so that we can release the payment. So that is something that we're actually currently working on now. Next question. If I protested my account, will that take even longer for me to receive benefits? So probably additional information will be needed for us to make an informed decision on whether or not you would receive benefits. Under most circumstances, the answer would be no, though. If you are protesting your weekly benefit amount, once you certify, your weekly benefit amount will be considered a final determination. Because so again, if we're asking you for additional information and you send it in, perfect. If we ask you for additional information but you certify your weeks before we get your additional information, it will be considered final at whatever point we actually release that payment. So the next question is, why does my son's amount say 0 when he got a letter saying he was eligible for benefits? And why would he be denied for the first 2 weeks for not seeking employment when he was laid off due to the virus? It shows 0 payments have been issued. In that particular instance, what we would have to do is review his actual account to see what specific issues may be holding his account. So for instance, he may have answered a question that did not have him, one of the COVID reasons that we were requesting, he may not have answered the question properly. So for that one, we'd have to review that actual account. Another question is, how do we get our accounts unlocked? So we have used a link. Once you go into your account to activate your account, there will be a screen that pops up to tell you to click here. Once you click there, it'll direct you to the avenue for you to unlock the account. You would follow those instructions and it will actually get to one of our representatives to unlock the account. At this time, the only other option would be for you to contact customer service. Why do I still not have a pool application in my account? So the first reason is, if you were denied for unemployment, regular unemployment insurance, we are sending emails and contacting you to let you know that you are able to file for a PUA application. Once that happens, the application will automatically appear based upon the fact of your wages or based on the fact that you may have been a self-employed person. You may have been a 1099 person. So once those things happen, we send the PUA application to you. So currently, though, the applications are being processed soon, will be processed this week. So once those applications are processed, it will release payment and tell you what to do next to certify for your benefits. Which is the next question. Once approved for the pandemic unemployment assistance, will I get paid for the 2 weeks I've certified for my original claim? Once the PUA application is processed, absolutely. We go back to the beginning of your claim. So if it was a process this week, the beginning of your claim when you first started certifying was back April 4th. It will go all the way back to April 4th when the pandemic came up. So yes, you will be all set. We absolutely backdate and make sure everybody who's eligible for unemployment receives their unemployment. Next question. Why does my certifications week says disqualified? Okay. So if you were found to be disqualified based upon a reason why you left your job, and you need to meet rework before you actually are able to receive benefits, that could be a reason why. But again, if you have questions about it and you know for sure you were separated due to COVID, make sure you protest that determination, and we can go ahead and look at your account and see if we can make sure that we have all available information for us to make a redetermination in your favor. So just send us all the information that you have, and we'll relook at your account. If someone voluntarily quits for medical reasons, can they still file for unemployment? Absolutely. One of the things that we keep encouraging people is to file, file, file. There are so many different provisions that were made through the executive order, so many different provisions made through the federal government to where we're covered. We have a lot of coverage people who were, again, were self-employed, people who had 1099s, people who have low wages. So definitely apply. One of the things that was handled in the governor's executive order is that we cover for people who are sick or quarantined due to COVID. We also cover people who are home taking care of sick or loved ones due to COVID. So absolutely, please apply, and we will make the determination from there. Just apply. I tried to file for underemployment, and my status says I was denied. However, I was recently laid off. How do I reapply? And do I certify for every week? So if you file for underemployment and you were denied, again, you want to protest your denial and make sure you give as much information as possible. The reason why you separated, upload any supporting documentation you may have. And that way we can make a decision based upon or available additional information that you supply to us. So absolutely protest if you feel like you were really entitled to the benefits, protest. We will take a second look at it and issue a determination, and hopefully we can get you qualified for benefits. So definitely. I've seen posts about unemployment calling people back. I have not found this option anywhere and would not mind waiting a few days for a callback, if in fact it's an option. Is this an option real, and how do I get in line? The callback option is available once you get in the queue. So once you actually make it on hold, it'll tell you if you want to receive a virtual callback. It'll save your place in line, and the agent will give you a call back. Another thing you could do is log into your MyWim account. Send us a web notice. Through your MyWim account, send us a web notice. We'll contact you that way as well. So you have a couple different avenues to reach us. Try it by phone, but definitely try online first. Even at nighttime between 8 p.m. and 8 in the morning, go on your account and send us a web notice. We can go in there, respond to your web notice, and give you a call. So you'll be all set that way. The next question is another one. How come we are not working 24 hours a day? Currently, we are not working 24 hours a day, but again, we're looking at additional staffing. We're also looking at, not sure if we've got it out there as well as I wanted to, but I think we did. We have now Saturday hours for those who are trying to file a claim. So from 7 in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're taking claims. And know that our staff are here for you. So we don't log off at 5 o'clock if we have calls in the queue or if we have chats in the queue. We stay on until the last call is handled. We stay on until the last chat is responded to. So it's not like once you guys get through, we hang up. We're here for you. So we hang on to the very, very end. Okay? So let's see. The next question is, again, this is a repeat one, but I'll take it. It's about my ineligible weeks. What does ineligible weeks mean? So once again, if it says you're ineligible for weeks, look to your application and make sure that there's nothing outstanding, nothing you need to do on your behalf. There's not a button that you can click to protest or a button that you can click to actually certify your weeks. Also, make sure there are no other open tasks that we need to complete, because if that's an issue for you, then you may have something that we receive from the employee that may be different than what you said the separation was, which means we have to actually take a closer look at that type of a claim. Let's see. Another one is, do we actually respond to the web notices? Absolutely, we do. So what happens is like the phone calls and like our chats, we actually take the time to respond to people as they reach out to the agency. So we do respond to our web. Okay. So let me just grab another couple questions. And again, I want to remind you while I'm having the next question. Make sure, if you're trying to reach us online, go on between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. That is the best time to reach. If you need to try and reach us by phone, try and do so. But please, 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 if you're able to get online, try and go online first so those who do not have access to a computer can get onto the computer to talk with us, because to get on the phones to talk to us, because some people don't have access to Wi-Fi, some people don't have access to computers. So we're trying to leave the avenue for them to get through that way. So if you can, we would appreciate you helping us that way. Okay. I think I'm frozen here. Oh no, I think I'm frozen. So one of the questions that was just asked was, what is pandemic unemployment insurance? That's the insurance that allows, that's the unemployment insurance that allows for, again, self-employed people to get benefits. Also allows for 1099 people, and as um, well as other people as well. Low wage, self-employed, um, gig people, things of that nature. So that's what pandemic insurance is. So at this time, I want to thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you checking in on us. Definitely love to make sure we have some questions we can answer. Another question that was just asked was, how do we get the paperwork or anything from the employer if the employer is closed? So one of the things that we have noticed is that it is difficult for employers to reach us as far as providing information to us about your claim. And so we've extended the amount of time that they can kind of help out to give them an answer. So we'll do a 48-hour call and reach out to that employer and see if they can give us the information verbally. So just because the employer is closed does not mean we're not making every effort to reach them so that we can get your claim paid. So though an employer is closed, we still have other ways to reach them. Another question is, how long does an appeal take? So once a person has received benefits or not, and you protest, the process is you'll be issued a redetermination. Once you receive a redetermination, you will also have a opportunity for you or the employer to appeal that. Once that appeal happens, 30 days from the time that redetermination was issued, and then you'll have an opportunity to go before an administrative law judge. That process usually takes about maybe 15 days to get a hearing, actually 15 to 20 days to get a hearing scheduled. If by chance you have not heard anything, once again, please reach out to us in your MyWim account, and we can just try and make sure we can see what's going on with your appeal. But once you process your redetermination, once you appeal your redetermination, it will go before an administrative law judge. And trust me, we've been in contact with them as well to make sure they knew we had an increased caseload happening. So that should be all set. If I finally got all the issues resolved and got benefit payment, should I feel confident the next time I certify all will be fine? Absolutely, you should feel confident. Once you start receiving benefits, that's the best part of this process. Once you've gotten in your claim, once you start receiving the benefits, everything is all set. And one of the things I want to make sure I remind you is due to the governor's executive order, not only do you get you got extra 26 weeks, but also due to the federal FPUC, you also got an additional 13 weeks of benefits. So it's a total of 30 up to 39 weeks of benefits. So just know that you have extra weeks as well as the extra $600 for your payments. But yes, you will be all set. Will all PUA applications be processed this week? We are taking a look at having the PUA applications being processed as soon as possible. Will it be this week? I can't make any promises, but that's our goal, to try and get them paid as soon as possible. So it may take a week or two, but we are working very, very hard, very diligently on getting those processed. My unemployment insurance agency account says it needs more info from my March weeks. I've been trying over 3 weeks, but can't get through on the phone, email, web chat, or message. I've been paid for any claimed weeks in April already. What gives? Okay. So for this one, if you need more information, please go into your account and upload whatever you can to provide the information that we are requesting. So if the information is not there, we have to make a decision on the best available information, and that we hate to do. So if you can use your account to upload the information, please do that. We may be waiting for information from your employer, and so if that's the case, we'll reach out to the employer, call, and see if we can get an answer from them as expeditiously as possible. So that could be one of the things holding it up. That you didn't do what you needed to do, but maybe your employer hasn't provided the information we needed from them. I keep getting denied, saying I didn't make enough. When I did, I know I worked 40 hours a week since July 2019. So if it's telling you you did not make enough, check your account and maybe you will qualify under the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. That's probably more than likely July may not have been enough. So check under the PUA and see if you can apply for that one. You may qualify for benefits under PUA. Are part-time students eligible for unemployment? I filed since March 2nd, but nothing came back. So what probably happened is, as a part-time student, you probably didn't have enough wages for regular unemployment. But once again, you probably qualify under PUA or our Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. And if that's the case, I want to make sure you apply for that benefits. And once we start processing it, you'll get your monetary determination from that. I'm going to take one more question. How many total unemployment benefits do I receive? Is it 26 or 39? You can receive up to 39. So again, the 26 was what the governor allows now for Michigan to receive benefits. And then the extra 13 weeks is what we were given on top of that. So you can receive up to 39 weeks. Okay. I am so sorry that is all the time we have this evening. Please make sure you visit our website at www.michigan.gov/UIA. Again, that's www.michigan.gov/UIA. To view all of our FAQs, our frequently asked questions, and other online resources that we've updated to address some of your concerns and your problems. If you have an account-specific question that can't be answered or addressed without reaching out to us, just do us an email, do us a website, a web notice, do us a call. But we prefer you go online and try and reach us that way through your MyWin account. Also, if you want to send a message to us or you want to provide additional information, click on your I Want To tab, and then that way you can get a direct response from us and our customer service team. The Michigan Unemployment Insurance Agency is definitely here for you. We are committed to making sure that every single eligible worker in Michigan who applies for unemployment receives them. I hope we have helped you with some of the questions that you have, that we can answer some more, and hope that you can continue to give us a little bit of patience and know that we are working extremely hard to make sure everybody gets their benefits that are entitled to them. Please stay tuned for more updates. Look for additional live web chats. And thank you so much for attending. Appreciate you. Take care, be safe, and be well.